The winner, number 4, Alysheba, and what a trip. Last year we saw Ferdinand and the great job that Shoemaker did, and this year Chris McCarron puts his name right alongside the shoes, especially holding on down the stretch, flipping heels, and still able to right the horse and bring him from behind to overtake Betwice and win it, and we have him isolated coming out of the number 4 hole in blue and white.
Well, Al, this is the horse that we're going to watch the entire mile and a quarter. I might point out that this horse way over here on the left side of your screen, Masterful Advocate, did not have a good start. Really was off slowly and bumped around on the first turn and completely lost chance. Here is Chris McCarron in a beautiful ride with Alysheba, but watch the traffic problems right from the start.
And it was Capote who was able to get to the front early on, but he is squeezed in here, as he mentioned to Charlesy in the interview just following the race, but little did he know that this might be the least of his problems because there was a lot more to come.
Here comes on the line with Gary Stevens taking command, and you can see that McCarron finds a little room at the rail.
And he settles his horse in a way it almost reminds you to a certain degree of Shoemaker with Ferdinand last year, settling back on the rail, saving ground.
And just in front and to the right is Pat Day and the yellow cap aboard the favorite, Demons Be Gone. Around that turn, this is where all the fireworks really happened, with up front and with War almost going down with Herb McCauley. And here, Alysheba gets rolling with McCarron.
He gets rolling down the back straightaway as Capote begins to fade. And, of course, at this point, just about at this point, Demons Be Gone pulled up. But Betwice got rolling as well, along with Alysheba, as they head into the far turn.
Alysheba has just passed Momentous and is now gaining on the rest of the pack. Here's Chocolate 1, and on the outside, number 11, No More Flowers. McCarron is a master, though, at getting to be the right place at the right time. Finding that little bit of hole there along the inside rail around the first turn helped.
And here he comes on the outside, and this is a horse that was developing a reputation as a bridesmaid. He kept finishing second. He kept finishing third. He'd won only one race in 10 career starts. But look at this move.
Did you see McCarron pull a set of goggles down? One must have gotten a little dusty, so he went to a new pair. He's now passing Leo Castelli. This is the horse that had breathing problems, so they had an operation in the throat which allowed more air to get in. Jack Van Berg thought that before that operation, it would affect him mentally. Boy, he was sure clear-headed today, but look at that, almost going down in the stretch and still recovered.
Incredible. Looking at it with a naked eye, I was sure he was going to go off the horse at that point, and not only that, he's able to right him and then come from behind and win it. One of the great rides.
Craig Perrette, who's on the 9 horse, going to the stick. There goes Alysheba again in trouble.
And he's able to overtake him down the stretch and win it in a time of 2:03.2. And so Alysheba, who was ill last month, remember this was the horse that had to scratch from the Santa Anita Derby because he was ill, came back, ran in the Bluegrass, and was disqualified. He's had 2 rough trips in a row.
I'm sure a lot of you are thinking inquiry and disqualification, but let's remember that the horse who was bothered through the stretch eventually finished out front, and so, of course, there was no need for an inquiry or a disqualification.
And there it is, an isolated look at an unbelievable trip for Alysheba. And let's go now to Jack Whitaker, who's with Pat Day, who rode Demons Be Gone.
Pat, I know you're terribly disappointed. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, my horse bled is what happened, Jack. I don't know exactly when it occurred, but I know going into the first turn, my colt wasn't the same horse that he's been in Arkansas. We got bumped a little bit around the first turn, and when we headed up the backside, this colt had no run in him whatsoever. He was traveling fine, physically. I could find no reason at that time why he should just be giving it up. At the half-mile pole, I was sure there was something desperately wrong, so I went ahead and eased him. At that point, I could see the blood coming out of both nostrils.
Well, it was wise then that you did pull him up. Do you think he's going to be all right, or you have no idea at this point, I guess?
Well, it's hard to guess. He bled pretty severely, but they can put him on Lasix and cure the problem, I'm sure, over a period of time. And I know he's in good hands with Mr. Oswald, and Mr. Anthony will let him do what's the right thing for the horse. So
he wasn't on Lasix here. Has he bled before?
No, sir. I'm sure if he'd ever given any indication at any point in his career that he was a bleeder, that he had any tendency to bleed, he'd have been on Lasix today. But he's just been a clean individual, never had any problems like that.
Thank you very much, Pat.
Thank you, Jack. I'd just like to wish my congratulations to Mr. Van Berg and Chris McCarron. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Some ride, wasn't it?
It really was. Overcame a lot. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Pat. Now back to Jim.
Saying congratulations to you and congratulations to you.